A major cause of stress and conflict is when you struggle with expressing your needs, your concerns, your frustrations. You either bottle up your feelings or you spew them out in a rage. I used to have a real problem with this, with not being assertive about my feelings and needs. Let's take a quick quiz to see if maybe you also struggle with assertiveness. Do you cringe at the thought of upsetting someone else? Do you often say yes when inside you're screaming no? Do you neglect your needs, trying to please everyone else? If you answered yes to several of these, you might want to listen up. I mean, if that's okay with you. There was a time in my life when I was a real pushover. I shared a space with a coworker who was unbelievably annoying. Rachel would blather half the day about every meaningless, trivial detail of her life. Like how much hair is on her boyfriend's back, how many shoes are in her Zappos shopping cart, even how Chipotle makes her gassy. She would distract me and generally drive me nuts every day. I didn't express my complaints directly. Instead, I'd seethe in silence, hoping that she would finally get it. I pretended everything was great, but complained to everyone else. I finally had it.
Alright, so the reason I really want to buy these shoes is because I'm taking my boyfriend to get his back waxed this weekend, and it's just like to the point where I can't even deal with it anymore. It's just like disgusting, and it's like all over. It's just so hairy.
Okay, that's it! I dumped weeks and weeks of frustration on her. Of course, the problem was that I ended up looking like the crazy one. And our relationship went from bad to worse. I now know that there is a better way to communicate. I'd been using a passive style of communication, always bottling things up. And then once I hit my boiling point, I flipped into aggressive style. I made my point but attacked her and further damaged our relationship. Fortunately, there's a better way. Assertive communication. When you communicate assertively, you stand up for your own rights without attacking the other person. Here is an easy-to-remember formula that will help you master assertive communication in a snap. The assertiveness sandwich. Basically, you sandwich your concerns in between positive feedback and a positive outcome. You start with some positive feedback, the first piece of bread. Rachel, I think we get along real well most days. Next comes the meat of the sandwich. Express your concern using an I feel statement. Then tell the person what specific behavior change you do need. Rachel, I feel uncomfortable when you gossip to me about another coworker. Please talk directly to the person you're upset with so I'm not put in the middle. The second piece of bread is when you state the positive outcome that can result. I think, Rachel, the less drama that gets stirred up here, the better we will all feel. Now I realize I'm making assertiveness sound easy. For many of us, it can seem scary and uncomfortable. Practice making an assertive response in front of the mirror or with a friend. Then start with a low-stakes situation, like the coworker who asks you to pick up the egg rolls but conveniently forgets to repay you. While you probably can't fix everything with one conversation, you can get the ball rolling. Breaking small patterns when you feel you're being taken advantage of will help you break the bigger patterns.
Hey Mike, is that the egg rolls? Thanks.
Welcome. Remember, tiny shifts can lead to big changes. Good luck.